We are starting the 2023 D2Football.com. I guess it would be the D2 message board or however you want to look at that, Kyle, but we are starting the fantasy draft. The order will be Matt Daniel, then Matt Witwicky, Kyle, Sean, Robbie, Wayne, Mike, and Chris. So, Kyle, conduct as you wish.
Sounds good. Matt D gets the first pick, just player and position and school and whatever else you want to say about your pick.
All right. Well, I'll be honest. I said this before we started. I wasn't really planning on having the first pick. And I guess, though, I'm going to go this will make Ferg happy with the first pick in this year's draft. I'm going to take Jada Byers from Virginia Union. He was the top scoring running back last year, almost 2,000 yards. And that's, I don't know, good running back. He was kind of up at the top. That's who I'm going with my first pick.
I already don't like you.
This conference.
All right. Matt Witwicky up with his first pick.
So apparently I won't be taking Jada Byers with that pick. Let's go with a safe pick here. The guy who held the trophy last year, John Matoka, Colorado School of Mines, quarterback. Nobody's going to make fun of that?
Hey, it's a solid pick. He scored more fantasy points last year than anyone else total.
I normally know you as a risk taker, so that's like super safe.
As for my pick, I am going to keep riding the train that took me to the championship last year as a midseason pickup, and I'm going to take quarterback Gage Porter. He's coming back for a grad year at Southern Nazarene. He averaged 43 fantasy points a game last year, and he had almost 1,800 yards rushing and 27 touchdowns, which is where the bulk of his points come from. So that is who I will be rolling with.
Better hope
Sean
they don't get a good running back there, Kyle.
Hope not. Sean is up with his first pick.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'll go Trey Stewart with Limestone, the running back.
All right. Robbie, JavsFan, he is up for his first pick.
I'm going to take Jaden Johansson from South Dakota Mines.
That is an interesting one. All right, that brings up Wayne.
So you're saying I can't take Tyson Bagent again?
Sure.
We'll give you his NFL stats if you want.
Actually, we'll let you.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what to do here. I think I'm gonna go quarterback in the first round like I did last year. I'm gonna go Braden Gleason from Emporia State.
Right. Mike, Runnin Cat. You
Well,
are up.
following in that same, I'm going to go with TJ Davis, Nebraska Kearney quarterback.
I'd have to look, but I'm pretty sure he has been a first round pick the last 3 years.
I picked him first last year. I know that. So I think you're right. I think it's 3.
All right. That brings up Chris for 2 picks in a row.
So, I just want to mention that most of the folks that y'all have picked were on my team last year. So it's really interesting to figure out what I want to do here. But I'm going to choose somebody who was on my team last year that y'all didn't get. That's Marquise Gray from Southeastern Oklahoma, wide receiver. And then since I get to go again, I'm going to pick Patrick Shegog from Delta State.
Solid.
All right. Mike is back up.
I know this will come across as a homer pick, but I like this guy, and he came on the scene last year when Tyler Flanagan got hurt. But I'm going to take Trajan Henderson, running back from Central Washington.
Always with the homer picks from this guy.
I got the homer pick. Yep.
All right, Wayne up for a second pick.
I think I need to go Jordan Terrell from Barton and get me a solid running back right here. He's been one of the most consistent guys the past 2 years.
He was one of my favorites. He even when they're losing, he's getting 30 carries a game.
Yeah.
All right, Robbie, JavsFan up for a second round pick.
I'm going to go with the running back I had 2 years ago. I'm going to go Kendall Givens with Wichita Baptist.
Ooh.
He's going to be the man this year on that team.
I thought he'd be there next round.
Yeah, that could be a good one. If they turn that 2 running back backfield into a 1 running back backfield, he's gonna be a problem. All right, Sean up for second round.
Let's go Karst Hunter, IUP quarterback.
All right.
Is
Transfer.
Sexton still there as well?
Sexton is not there anymore.
Look like a bunch of freshmen. Him and freshmen.
All right, I am going to take my own homer pick, and I'm going to go Tariq Reed, Grand Valley. He's kind of the last man standing from Grand Valley's 3-headed backfield that they've ran the last couple years. And with an offensive line coach now being the head coach, I think he's going to get a lot more carries than he's used to. So I'm hoping for a big year from him. Matt Witwicky up for a second round pick.
Yeah, I'll take Abel Carter from Southwest Baptist, running back.
And Matt D has 2 picks.
Oh, that Kendall Givens one kills me because I was really banking on drafting him this round or next round. Anyway, I got a buddy from Washita that I was like, hey, they have anybody else down there? Anyway, so that could be a good pick. I'm going to go quarterback with a guy that I had last year in Brandon Alt and from Bemidji with my first of those 2 picks. Oh, now is a good question here.
Daniel, if you pick my guy again, we're going to have words.
Well, I'm going to go.
Guy is.
I'm going to go NSIC again. Shin Butler Lawson Jr. from Mankato. Maybe that's a little early for him, but I think he's going to have a big season this year.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty safe pick.
Junior. All right. Matt Witwicky, third round pick.
Well, with some of the other production leaving at Colorado Mines, I think Max McLeod is set to have a big year with the Ore Diggers. So I'm going to take Max McLeod at receiver, and now I've got myself a quarterback receiver connection.
All right. And I think this is going to be my pick that's going to either put me in the driver's seat or it's going to cost me the year. I am going to go running back John Lewis, Indianapolis.
Good call.
He is the D3 transfer who is going to take over for Toriano Clinton, hopefully, as the bell cow in the UIndy backfield.
That was my next pick. And I really thought Matt was taking him right there, to be honest with you, after talking about him on the show earlier.
Yeah. I wanted to get a receiver and a back there, and but yeah, I think he's going to be a safe pick.
That brings up Sean for his third round pick.
Yes, it does. And I just don't know who's going to throw him the football, but he had big numbers last year. I'll roll the dice week 1 here with Yogi Flagler, and hopefully they get somebody at McKendree that can step in and throw the ball around a little bit.
Mule, I was looking at him. Yep.
he's got too good of numbers to not be able to have somebody step in. I mean, it's
I ended up favoring McLeod just because I knew more what I was getting with the quarterback, but I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I had McLeod was going to be mine if he'd have fallen, but good pick there.
And McKendry kind of seems like one of those teams that's going to throw the ball around no matter who they have at quarterback.
Yeah. Somebody will step up. So, hey, you know what? If you don't work after week 1, you dump them and go grab somebody else, right?
Yep.
Exactly.
All right, 3rd round pick for Robbie.
Well, I was going to take Max McLeod, but since he's not available, I'm going to stick at running back. I'm going to go with Scales from Southern Arkansas.
Right, Wayne with his 3rd round pick.
I think I'm going to keep building the backfield and go to take Corey and Burrell. And just that offense always seems to be piling up yards.
Mike, Runnin Cat is up next.
I'm going to fill in my first wide receiver with Darius Willis from Michigan Tech.
And that brings up Chris for 2 picks going into the 4th round.
Man, there's a lot of value on the board right now. And so I'm going to go with Thurlow Wilkins, Concord, for running back. And I'm going to continue to build here and actually take his quarterback as well, Jack Mangle.
It's going to be good value there, I think.
I think I got him on waivers last year, and he didn't carry me far enough, but he got me to the championship game. Go ahead, Kyle. Insert there. I left it open for you.
Hey, I didn't say anything. The history's on the board. All right. Mike up for his 4th round pick.
I'm going to go to the PSAC, and I'm going to pick a DeJure Stewart, running back from Indiana, PA.
All right, that brings up Wayne for a 4th round pick.
Oh boy. I don't know who I want. I'm going to go Connor Flanagan from Washita. Start building that wide receiver room.
All right, Robbie, 4th round pick.
I'll take I guess I'll go with Peyton Brown from Davenport.
Another guy who transferred. I'm curious to see how he fits in with Davenport, going to a much better team than Lake Erie from last year. Sean, 4th round pick.
Okay, might be a little bit of a reach, but I've got Karst Hunter as my quarterback, and with Dwayne Brown gone at IUP, let's go Hilton Ridley, wide receiver.
All right, that leaves me for my 4th round pick, and I am going to take a guy I had last year. I'm going to take Gage Florence, wide receiver from MSU Moorhead. He doesn't get a lot of yards, but he sure gets the ball a lot. So I'll take those half-point PPRs.
He's the new Danny Kittner up in the north.
I like the sound of that. All right, Matt Witwicky, 4th round pick.
I'm going to take somebody from the north as well who sat out last year. And was a 1,000-yard receiver with 14 scores the year previous, and that's DeWaylen Ingram from Northern State.
So that insider knowledge is happening.
We're just starting with it now. I'm taking guys who aren't on the board, kind of guys.
All right, Matt D with 2 picks to get us into the 5th round.
Oh, the end of the 4th round, I'm gonna get off the schneid with a receiver. I'm gonna stick with Brandon Alt's receiver and go Dale Duncan Busby from Bemidji State. Looks like the leading returner. I guess Witt's not going to help me out if they got any better receivers. He probably keeping that one in his back pocket.
I think that's the top pick there. I think that's a good job.
And I'm going to go with another running back, a guy that I had last year that split some time, and I don't know. I think he's the guy for Notre Dame is Idris Lawrence.
All right, that brings up Matt W for his 5th round pick.
I'm going to take Kyle Sheets, wide receiver, Slippery Rock.
Right. I am going to I'm gonna stick at receiver, and I am gonna go with Brevin Caldwell from Johnson C. Smith.
Beef.
I'm pretty much taking all the guys I had last year. I might as well keep it going. All right, that brings
Yeah,
up
it worked. So why not? Why change, right?
exactly. That brings
I'd
up
fill
Sean.
out the rest of your roster from guys you had 2 years ago, since that works so dang well for you.
We're just a machine here. We keep turning them out.
Yeah.
All right, brings up Sean for his 5th round pick.
All right, I'm gonna hope I don't butcher your name here, but transferring from Angelo to Southeastern Oklahoma. Is it Nate Omayaibu? Omaibu?
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
He was a dude for them.
Yeah.
Kind of hoping he might be the dude at Southeast Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Brings up Robbie for his 5th round pick.
He doesn't catch a whole lot of balls, but when he does, there are a lot of touchdowns. So Andrew Cook from Pueblo.
12 scores last year, right?
Yeah.
All right, that brings up Wayne's 5th round pick.
I don't know a lot about him, but he's on the other end of my quarterback's throws, so I'm going to take Jaden Horace at Emporia State.
Mike Runnin Cat for his 5th round pick.
I'm going to go Hassan Williams from Black Hill State as a wide receiver with using the quarterback philosophies.
And that brings up KFerg for 2 picks as we are crossing halfway in the draft.
So I am going to go with the best running back on the board, Shavon Wright from Charleston. And then as we enter into the next round and the halfway point, I'm going to go with Dev Holmes at New Haven. Mr. Consistency.
It's a good. He seems like one of those guys who's been there for a decade. All right, we are back to Runnin Cat for his 6th round pick.
Thanks. The guy that ran the Angelo stud off is Kason Phillips, and I'll take him as a running back from Angelo State.
Right. That brings up Wayne for a 6th-round pick.
I'm gonna reach, but I don't know which guy I want to reach on. I think he's gonna bounce back this year. I'm going with Dwayne, running back from Lenore Ryan.
Okay, Wayne, I'll just cross him off.
He kind of seemed like a guy who really could not get the numbers back once they moved out of the option offense.
Yeah, it was a tough year for them last year. He was on my team.
Yeah.
All right. Brings up Robbie and apparently his paper rankings for his 6th-round pick.
I'm going to go ahead and take Pee Wee Jarrett from West Florida.
All right. That brings up Sean.
Let's take a flyer on Noah Roper from Colorado Mines.
Is that they're going to be their new running back?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yes, I guess.
I've had pretty good luck with their running backs the last couple of years to give me a runner-up position, but 12 years playing, 7 years in the championship game, and I can only win 2. That sucks.
I am going to go with I think I'm going to go with Daryl Davis McNeil, running back from Cuxtown. That brings up Matt Witwicky for a 6th-round pick.
Okay, I'm going to go off the radar once again here, Kyle. I'm going to go with Augustana running back, who's returning off injury, Jared Epperson. And he missed a good portion of last year, only played 4 games. The previous year, he was a 1,000-yard rusher for the Vikings. So that's Jared, Jarod Epperson. And that's who I'll take there at running back.
All right. That brings up Matt D for 2 picks.
Oh, I'm kind of surprised Sean hasn't taken this guy. I need another receiver, and I won't win any bonus points from my Bearcat fans, but I'll go with Arkell Smith, the receiver from Central Missouri, with the first of my 2 picks.
He's on my list. I just hadn't got there yet. I don't know what to expect from the Mules this year.
I don't know. I have that Lambo love, right? Being wearing green. So
yeah.
And the first pick of the 7th round. I don't know. I was gonna wait until later, but I'm gonna take a flyer on an off the radar guy that the guys talked about on Inside D2Football and go with Shepherd's new quarterback, Seth Martin. As I've got a quarterback, and I think if Shepherd keeps things rolling, he could put up some nice numbers.
Yeah, transfer from VMI.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That brings up Matt Witwicky for his 7th-round pick.
Okay. Do I continue to go off the radar? Has anyone ever gone off the radar 3 straight picks, Kyle? This early?
I don't think so.
Well, we're gonna continue with my thinking on that. Recent transfer to Bemidji State from Minot State, running back Ali Muhammad has rushed for 1,000 yards for Minot, and he's going to go to Bemidji State now. And I think they're going to run the football a little bit more with him because he's a pretty powerful back.
You could have told me that before I took Brandon Alt. Just saying.
That's okay.
He'll
I
still throw to the
know I
other
don't have
team.
to worry about Alt stealing any carries from him.
It's true.
Is Sage still there?
Yes.
Interesting.
For my 7th round pick, on that pretty much exact same note, I am going to take running back Jalen Fry, who is transferring from Bemidji to South Dakota Mines.
I was wanting to do that.
He left after Muhammad came in.
That brings up Sean for his 7th round pick.
Yeah. This one it gets a little more difficult. I'll take Jalen Varner of Emporia State. I think he played at Marshall High School. I actually watched him play in high school. So let's take another one of the receivers for the Hornets.
How to spell his name? Hold on.
Jaylenvarner. He's number 28 on your receivers.
Oh, okay. That brings up Robbie for his 7th round pick.
I need receivers, so I guess I'll take K. John Batiste from Gannon. I don't know anything about him other than he had decent stats last year.
All that matters.
Well, no, I'd rather him have decent stats this year.
That's true. That brings up Wayne for his 7th round pick.
West Florida has a few new wide receivers, and I want one of them. I don't know which one to take. I'm gonna go John Charles, West Florida wide receiver.
Of course you are.
I don't know what that means.
Ferg was going to take him.
Right.
He's mad all the CIAA guys are leaving. Runnin Cat for his 7th round pick.
It's hard to believe there's a 30-point quarterback on the board, so I'm going to take Kellen Simoncic from Washburn.
The Smithville High School product.
That brings up Chris for 2 picks.
Well, again, a lot of value on the board. I am going to play Homer a little bit because I think with a new coach, they may unlock some potential offense. So I'm going to reach down a little bit and pick Noah Bogardus from West Texas. And
Just hope
then,
they don't play Simon Frazier.
why would you go there? Why would you go there?
Go there.
I'm also going to my next pick. It's getting really interesting in here. I have to think for a little bit. Let me stick with wide receiver and go with Drew Dixon at Limestone.
All right. Runnin Cat, 8th round pick.
I'm going to go back to the RMAC because I don't think many teams play defense there, but I'm going to take Nolan Susel from Black Hill State at the running back.
Wayne up for his 8th round pick.
I'm stuck again on which one I want. He's down the list a little bit, but he's in a new setting, and I think he could be go Adrian Soto now on Pueblo.
Dang it, Wayne. That was going to be my next pick.
Pueblo in the past has done pretty well with running backs. Robbie for his 8th round pick.
I don't think I've ever drafted anybody from A&M Kingsville since I've been doing this. So I'm gonna. It's down the list a little bit, but I'm gonna Christian Anderson at running back because he'll be the number 1 guy for sure this year.
That brings up Sean for an 8th round pick.
Oh, let's go Chance Fuller. Quarterback, Pueblo.
Another transfer quarterback.
Yep. If you can get some of that magic from his early years at Fort Hays.
Yeah. I am going to take wide receiver Anthony Lowe from Tiffin. Brings up Matt Witwicky for his 8th round pick.
So since I've been on a run here of not taking guys on the grid, I'm going to go with a guy who got injured last year. I kind of have a theme with that, I think. Who's going to be the top rusher for the top rushing football team in the country. And that's going to be fullback Will Fitzhugh for Harding University. Because if he's anything like his predecessor, he's got a chance to be a 15 or more touchdown guy. And that's Will Fitzhugh, which is Fitzhugh.
Excellent.
Didn't mean to put you all through all that, Kyle. All your hard work, and I'm picking guys from off the wall here.
That's all right. I just got to do a quick Google search to make sure I get their names right. All right, that brings up Matt D for 2 picks.
Oh, the first pick, I got a receiver for my starting quarterback. I'm going to go with a receiver from Shepherd for my backup quarterback. I'm going to go with Barry Hill, who transferred in to Shepherd from West Virginia State, and hope he becomes a target as kind of a backup. And I was going to go with Adrian Soto, Wayne. Now I have to figure out who I want. I'm going to take a running back with this next pick, and I want to go with Kendall Williams from Wayne State, the GLIAC, Michigan, Wayne State. Doesn't get a lot of carries, but he gets a lot of touches.
Well, I think that could change this year since the guy he was splitting carries with transferred to Davenport. So you might get a steal there if they.
Oh well, I totally did that on purpose. Then
if they pull a Joy Cabell and just give him the ball 40 times a game.
I totally knew that. Yeah.
Brings up Matt Witwicky for his 9th pick.
Okay, here I go again. Okay, I'm going to pick a guy who's coming in from junior college. Had, I don't know, 1,800 yards and 15 touchdowns or something like that. He's going to play for Colorado State Pueblo.
I knew you was going to do it. I knew it.
Ferg, that'll be enough. And his name is Reggie Ratzlaff, Retzlaff. And there was a handful of teams in the Midwest who were looking at him and trying hard to get him, including Matt Daniels' squad, University of Sioux Falls as well, Mankato, a bunch of them. And he liked what was going on at Pueblo, and he's from California. But, yeah, I think that he's going to be the guy.
All right. That brings up my 9th round pick. Pickings are getting slim, but I am going to go with wide receiver Jalen Lawrence from Quincy. Quincy's had a couple wide receivers put up some decent numbers in recent history, so hopefully he can keep that going. That brings up Sean for his 9th pick.
Well, I guess the top points running back left there. I don't know a whole lot about him, but Joel Felder from West Virginia State.
I was wondering, and I don't know if anyone has any knowledge of this. Do we know if he's related to Justin Felder from Stonehill?
Yeah, I was wondering that same thing.
That brings up Robbie for his 9th pick.
Okay. See, Permian Basin brought in about 30 transfers this year, but
Approximately.
the running back that is coming down from East Central, Namir Herod.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. That brings up Wayne for his 9th round pick.
Hey, I don't know if he's on the list. I'm gonna go with. I don't know if Matt took him with all the people that he's been taking. I'm going with I'm going with the transfer at wide receiver at Minnesota State, Jeremiah Howard, because I like the gamble.
Is that the Northern Illinois guy?
Yes.
Okay. No, I did not take him, but I've heard that he is. The word is that he's going to be one of their guys. Yep.
I hope so.
Runnin Cat for his 9th round pick.
I'm going to go the draft the offense of the school route, and I'm going to take Jalen Spicer from Harding. I thought about taking somebody from West Texas A&M, but they only look good against each other in inter-squad games.
Spicer is quicker than a hiccup. He gets around the corner.
That brings up Chris for 2 picks, and he's going to get us started into the final round.
Well, I couldn't go without this draft without choosing somebody from the CIAA, so I'm going to do that. So first of all, I'm going to choose a guy who was very reliable going into his senior year, and that's running back Sidney Gibbs from Shaw. And for my final act, I'm going to pull a card out of Matt Witwicky's hat and go with somebody off the grid, somebody who got hurt throughout the season, but I think is going to put up big numbers. And that is Tyrell Jackson, who is the quarterback at Johnson C. Smith. I think they're going to do big things this year.
Yeah, I'm just glad Niger Peoples isn't back for his 12th year. All right, that brings up Runnin Cat to finish his draft up.
I'm going to go on a flyer with. I think things are going to change around at Wayne State, and I'm going to pick the sophomore wide receiver, Jadquin Johnson.
All right, that brings up Wayne for his final pick.
I took Giovanni Washington last year, so I'm going to go the opposite direction and take Larry Martin this year and get burned by him, I suppose. But he's too good to leave out there.
I was just looking at him, Wayne, but boy, that beginning of their schedule is tough.
I know. Brutal.
Brings up Robbie for his 10th pick.
Okay, I'm going to be another homer pick. I'm going to bring in Nate Dantley at wide receiver.
That brings up Sean for his final pick.
Yeah. Don't give me. I don't even know here. Total Flyers late. If I take a tight end, I can play him as a flex.
He'll be counted as a wide receiver.
Yeah, so let's go the Pitt State tight end Garrison.
That's not a bad call.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna get a ton of touchdowns.
All right, so this is my backup quarterback. Even if I miss, I think it'll be okay. But just on the off chance he takes over full time, I am going to take Ferris State quarterback Carson Gulker.
I thought about him.
He's gonna have a ton of touchdowns too.
So, Klee, your hate for the Empire doesn't bleed over into football?
Hey, my rival turns out fantasy studs. All right, that brings up Matt Witwicky for his final pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go with somebody on the board this time, so I'm going to make your life easier, Kyle. Running back Christopher Ayers from New Haven.
And that brings up Matt D to finish us out.
Mr. Irrelevant. Won't call him that though. I'm gonna go with a homer pick. I don't think I picked a Bearcat last year. I'm gonna go with Keshawn Griffin, the receiver for Northwest. When we played the best teams, he really was able to shine, and hopefully he can do the same for my fantasy team. I'll be happy as a fan and happy on fantasy.
All right. That finishes us out then.